It's Kenny Ken, and it's the opposition view. Well, what a week. North London derby last week. Obviously, from an Arsenal point of view, I was happy. But let's be honest, we didn't have to get out of third gear. Now, it's not just me saying that. I was at the game. Got to see my good friends Chris and Gary. Chris's dad as well. Nice to meet you all again. But yeah, I'm happy with the win. I wanted to be more, but every Arsenal fan I've spoken to who were at the game, and even Arsenal fans who were watching it, were completely stunned. You know, I have to go on record, like, from an outside looking in, that's the worst Tottenham performance I've ever seen in my life. It was so bad. There was no fight, there was no passion, no organisation. The manager, you know, basically picked a team not to lose too badly. It was pathetic and it was feeble. It was so bad. It was so bad to the extent that I'm happy Eze got his hat-trick, but that was a disgrace. It was an absolute disgrace. But I saw the highlights of your game against PSG, and I have to admit, you know, fast improvement, better applications, a couple of good goals as well, a couple of good goals from Colin Morani. Yeah, and you definitely raised your game against PSG, and I suppose the only way is up. But you've got two difficult games now. You've got a home game against Fulham, 8 o'clock tomorrow at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Fulham have got a really poor away record, but you've got a poor home record, so something's going to have to give. It's going to be another London derby, full house at your ground, you know, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Look, first and foremost, you've got to defend a lot better. You've got to put the work in, because at the end of the day, you're risking wasting another season where this time you won't have to, you know, a cup competition to fall back onto in order to get in the Champions League. As I said before, Spurs have to be in the Champions League every season, and then after Fulham away, Tuesday or Wednesday, I think it's Tuesday, you got Newcastle away. Now that is massive. That is an extremely hard game. You've already played them in the League Cup, you lost 2-0, but I think you'll be more motivated. You know, at the end of the day, you still got a good away record, you know, in the league. You only lost to Arsenal, but you only lost once. This is a game where Spurs got to butt their ideas up, or Frank will lose his job and there'll be no European football next season. I'll speak to you guys soon. Off and out.